up, guys? So today I'm going to be lowering the E30. I'm also going to be seeing how low the BC coils can go before I set my actual ride height. So here's the car. Here's what it looks like right now. If you guys saw my my vlog I did yesterday, I just washed it not too long ago, so it looks pretty good. But I'm going to go ahead and lower the rear all the way and the front all the way, pretty much just so you can see how low the coils go. Right now, the way it sits, the back is all the way down on the collar nuts, so I'm gonna go ahead and just run the spring itself with the little bottom pads or whatever. But and then the front, I'm not sure where it's at exactly on the collar, but that's how it sits right now. When I lower the car, I want to get it to be tuck in the tread probably to right there, so maybe like a ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch drop. I'm not trying to get too crazy with the shitty roads around here, but let's go ahead and lower these coils and see how low they go. So the wheels are off. We'll go ahead and crank this down. This is where the coil is right now. I had it lower before, but I ripped my lip off coming into the front, so I decided to go ahead and raise it up. But alright, I moved it over here so you guys can get a little better view. Make sure it's in focus for you guys. So with these coils, pretty much just grab the whole coil and turn it and thread it down. I'm really excited to see how low these go, even though I'm not going to be running them that low. Alright guys, so that's as low as the coil goes. Go ahead and just tighten this down a little bit. I'm not really worried about it because I'm not going to be having it there for very long or driving around. Just tighten it up a little bit. Alright, now let's go and do the back. Alright guys, so the spring is out. This is the bottom of the spring, of course. It comes with this little pad that you put on your bottom of your spring. So I'm just going to run the spring itself and then readjust my my shock. And then that'll be it. I'll probably keep the back all the way lowered. I'm not really sure yet. But if not, I'll just raise it up a little bit. Maybe just put the adjuster itself back in with the thing and not the nuts or anything. But let's go ahead and get it on the ground, put it together. Alright guys, got everything done. Everything's hooked back up. All the shocks on. I just gotta throw the wheels on, and then I'll go ahead and lower it for you guys so we can see what it looks like. Alright guys, so I can definitely tell the front's gonna be a lot lower. Readjusted the back shock, so it should be good. Put down this little piece of 3/4 inch flooring just so I can make sure the jack, I can be able to get it out. Then I'll just pull the car down off of it. Alright, so that definitely looks sick as fuck, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and get it off that board, but you can still see where the tire is compared to where it was. That's probably maybe another, it's probably good like a straight inch, maybe a little bit more. Back. This is where the back is right now. Actually, I like the way that sits. Not sure how the fitment is. Can't really get my finger in there. That's what she said. I'm gonna go ahead and get a credit card maybe. Alright, talking about credit card. Looks like there's still a good amount of space in there. Not sure when it gets compressed. I'm gonna have somebody come out and sit in the car so I can see what it looks like. Alright guys, so this is the way it sits. How it's sitting now, of course. So you can see where the tire is. Back tire, even though the side's a little bit higher for some reason than the front where it is. So you see that, and I'm also gonna throw pictures in also, but then what it looks like because I pulled it out. So it definitely looks super sick. It'd be nice if I could sit like this, but you know I can't turn my front wheels more than half a turn. So, but that's how low they go. Just for video reference. So it looks dope as fuck. I think I'm gonna keep the back where it is, see if it rubs or whatever. Driving after a day. We'll go ahead and pull it back in, raise the front back up, then lower the other back, then lower the other front to where I want it to sit. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright guys, so I have the other side jacked up because I'm going to lower it. This is where the tire is, like in correlation to the inside of the fender. Turn it down a little bit. So that's where it is, where the tire is. So hopefully it doesn't rub anything inside of the fender. I guess I'll know tomorrow when I go ahead and drive it around. Because this video should be up tomorrow after I figure out how much it lowered it overall. Like if you're coming from stock suspension or whatever. So I think it looks pretty good, even when it's not compressed. So I'm probably compress maybe another ½ inch. Not really sure yet. But let's go ahead and get the other side down. Then tomorrow morning I'll show you what it looks like. What ride height I decided to go with. At least I'm going to try to go with. I should say that. But super sick. Alright guys, so it's windy out. Hopefully you can hear me pretty good. But I left the rears all the way down, just on the spring. And it does rub just a little bit. This side's not really bad. But that fitment's on point. But it does rub a little bit on the tire. It's not even like taking the letters off yet. It definitely rubs on this side the worst. You could see maybe in the tire that it's like rubbing it off a little bit, but I don't know, that fitment's pretty perfect in my opinion. See, it pokes out pretty much like right past the fender, so it's really good. But I'll give you a little look at how it looks in the ass end. So it definitely looks sick, but that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure out how to get it to stop rubbing, smack the fender, and do whatever I have to. That'll probably be a separate episode though. But thanks for watching guys, and hope you guys liked the video. And I'm gonna point out some other things about how low the coils can go in this next little clip here, but thanks for watching. Alright guys, I'm going to cover a few specific things that are going to adjust the lowering if you decide to do these coils for yourself. For one, I measured on each fender from the center of the fender, the bottom lip of it, to the center of the hub. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the rear. I could go a tad bit lower, but I didn't take out the stock spring pads, which if you take them both out, you might be able to get like another ½ inch. Now I also want to point out that my car is a 325i, so if you have a 318, the front end of the 318 sits a little bit higher than the 325 front end. So that's going to differ for about an inch of ride height, I assume. Also, for the late model, the rear arches are a little bit different than the early models because they're a little bit lower. So what I got for the front with all those things that I told you about, it's about 15.5 stock from the center of the lip to the center of the hub. I got it down to about 10.5 right now with the coils all the way slammed. The rear was generally about 13 inches, and I got it down to about 10 inches after you take out the spring pads. So it's about a 3-inch drop. So about a 5-inch drop and a 3-inch drop in the back. But that also just depends how you weld the coils, if you weld them like I did. Now, I know if you looked at the video, if those aren't low enough for you, they do make an extreme low kit, or there is another kit made by Broadway Static, which makes your car a lot lower than what these can go. But even with these coils all the way slammed, I think the car looks good. Even though I can't run them like that, but just to give you a little video of how low they go. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys like how low they go. I can't really run them that low. I am rubbing in the rear like I said, so I'll have to get that fixed. I'm going to have to take the spacers off and see if I can hammer some stuff in the fender. But that's pretty much it for the video. Next video is going to be an install video, so I'll see you guys then.